Welcome to the We Made This book cover project. Before getting started, gather the materials and equipment you will need. A book cover pattern of 2 pieces, fabric, 2 different patterns, one for an inner and one for an outer fabric, a pen or a pencil, scissors, pins, and an iron. First, trace the large pattern onto both the outer fabric and the inner fabric. And trace the small pattern twice, but only on the outer fabric. Cut out all 4 pieces. Make a 1/4 inch fold on the long edge of one of the small pieces of fabric. Fold over this edge again and pin it in place. Do this to both pieces of the short fabric. Now it's time to go over to the sewing machine. On both pieces of the fabric, you're going to sew a straight stitch along the inside edge of the fold. And of course, beginning and ending each stitch with a lock stitch. Now line up both small pieces of the outer fabric on the ends of the inner fabric with the right sides together. And then lie the large piece of outer fabric on top of both of these with the right side facing down. And then pin all 3 layers together. Now you're going to make a 3/8 inch seam allowance at the top of the fabric, and you will line up a mark with both of the inside corners of the 2 small pieces. So 3/8 inch from the edge, line right up with that small piece in the middle. Now, starting at one of these points, and beginning, of course, with the lock stitch, you're going to sew all the way around the fabric until you reach the other mark that you made. Finish with a lock stitch and then cut all of your loose threads. You should now have a small opening so that you'll be able to turn your fabric inside out in just a moment. Cut off the tips of each corner and then remove all of your pins and turn the piece inside out. Smooth out the entire piece and then use a pointed object to push the corners out so that they lie flat. Iron your entire piece on both sides so that it's nice and smooth and wrinkle-free. Now return to your sewing machine and close the open side with a straight stitch, about 3/8 of an inch away from the edge of your fabric. And continue a top stitch all the way around the entire piece. Then continue with a series of straight stitches on the inside of the book cover. That's where the inside fabric is showing. Continue a straight stitch all the way across the inside of the fabric. Each straight stitch should be about 1/2 an inch apart. And you're finished. Fold the piece in half and you have your book cover. As always, reach out to Tintin or myself if you have any questions or problems with your project. See you in class.